Rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My brothers and sisters, friends, I hope you're well, and I hope inshallah and pray to Allah Azza wa Jal that you are doing well and you are carrying on with the good spirit of Ramadan. 20th of Ramadan is here. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. My brothers and sisters, what an amazing beginning. We have last 10 days of Ramadan on us. The 10 most powerful days of Ramadan, the 10 most powerful nights of Ramadan. The last 10 nights of Ramadan, as we know, are the most powerful nights when Quran was revealed. It was now Quran was revealed at a time when humanity needed guidance, at a time when humanity was in the depth of darkness. And Allah Azza wa Jal decided to reveal the Quran itself as a guide to humanity. Absolutely. So today's opening question is, who can tell me what were the first 5 verses of Revelation? What was the first five verses of Revelation? Basima says, Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Oh, mashallah. Look, Alfonso, I'm afraid Mariam Mangera has beaten you today. She came at 27 past. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Pray you're well. Yes. Alfonso, you came slightly late. Alfonso, alaikum assalam. I see you guys having a good chat. Mariam says, a heartfelt ask tonight to make dua for Sister Marjbeen Qureshi of South London. Sadly, her cancer has returned, and to remember her 4 brave children and loved ones. May Allah give her shifa. May Allah give her children strength and mercy and all the rest, inshallah. Zee Rahman says, Assalamu alaikum, brother. How are you? I'm very good. How are you? Pure Peace says, Salam, everybody. Wa alaikum assalam. Aisha Bibi, how are you doing? I hope you're well. And Salam alaikum to everybody as well. Wa alaikum assalam. We're all here, mashallah. I'm waiting for Imam Mushtaq to come over so that we can start our program by recitation, inshallah. Inshallah. I hope you're well. Michelle Jogi says, Assalamu alaikum, brother Ajmal. Wa alaikum assalam. Welcome again to everybody. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. It's amazing. Amazing to see you. Amazing to have you all. Today is the 20th of Ramadan beginning. Can you imagine that? Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. We've already passed 10 Ramadans, 20 Ramadans gone, and 10 left only. At the beginning of Ramadan, did we even think it would be possible? Ali Nur Zaman says, Salam wa alaikum assalam. Brothers and sisters, did we even think it was possible? I didn't think it was possible. We have got all our guests lining up, mashallah. We have everybody lining up. We're just waiting for the Imam. The 2 ladies have turned up. The boss lady herself is waiting. My own daughter is waiting. And of course, we're waiting for Imam Mushtaq. Where is Imam Mushtaq disappeared to? That's what I want to know. Is Imam Mushtaq still in town? If Imam Mushtaq hasn't been kidnapped, can you send me the link again, please? He says, Allahu Akbar. Imam Mushtaq, I don't know how I can send you the link again. I'm on a live program, brother. If I could send it to you, let me try. Just give me 1 second. Everybody bear with me. Imam Mushtaq is slightly behind. I sent him a link and he must have lost his link. Let me send him again. The problem with me is that when I have sent a link, I've sent it from my WhatsApp, and then I switch off my WhatsApp to be not disturbed on my computer. And obviously, when people ask for it again, it becomes difficult. So I've sent it to him again. Imam Mushtaq, please come back. My dear brothers and sisters, how has your Ramadan been so far? Have you enjoyed it? 20 fasts have gone. La ilaha illallah. Allah Azza wa Jal says in the last 10 nights of Ramadan, Quran was revealed. إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر. Mariam Mangera, I'm sorry. Answer is Surah Al-Alaq. That's not enough. I want you to tell me the exact verses. The first 5 verses of the Quran, I want you to tell me. Now, just in case you're wondering, what am I having? This is the magic potion to keep young, to stay young, and to look young. Just in case you're wondering, this is my magic potion. This is what I normally have to look young, to stay young. So if you're just wondering what is the secret, this is the secret. It is not Imam Echo, inshallah, no echo tonight. Imam Echo is not even here, Aziz. Forget about Imam Echo being echoing. I wouldn't mind a bit of an echo tonight, but he's not even here. I'm hoping and praying, ya Allah, bring Imam Echo. MashaAllah, he's arrived. Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Hey, there is no echo. Say takbir. Use your headphones. No. Echo started.
What should I do?
Put your headphone on again. Is your headphone in the phone? Headphone in the phone.
Yeah, I did.
I'm still hearing it. I don't know what's going on. Imam Mushtaq, yalla bismillah, recite the Quran, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أمن خلق السماوات والأرض وأنزل لكم من السماء ماء فأنبتنا به حدائق ذات بهجة ما كان لكم أن تنبتوا شجرها أإله مع الله بل هم قوم يعدلون أمن جعل الأرض قرارا وجعل خلالها أنهارا وجعل لها رواسي وجعل بين البحرين حاجزا أإله مع الله بل أكثرهم لا يعلمون أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء ويجعلكم خلفاء الأرض أإله مع الله قليلا ما تذكرون أمن يهديكم في ظلمات البر والبحر ومن يرسل الرياح بشرا بين يدي رحمته أإله مع الله تعالى الله عما يشركون أمن يبدأ الخلق ثم يعيده ومن يرزقكم من السماء والأرض أإله مع الله قل هاتوا برهانكم إن كنتم صادقين قل لا يعلم من في السماوات والأرض الغيب إلا الله وما يشعرون أيان يبعثون بل ادارك علمهم في الآخرة بل هم في شك منها بل هم منها عمون وقال الذين كفروا أئذا كنا ترابا وآباؤنا أئنا لمخرجون لقد وعدنا هذا نحن وآباؤنا من قبل إن هذا إلا أساطير الأولين قل سيروا في الأرض فانظروا كيف كان عاقبة المجرمين ولا تحزن عليهم ولا تكن في ضيق مما يمكرون ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين قل عسى أن يكون ردف لكم بعض الذي تستعجلون وإن ربك لذو فضل على الناس ولكن أكثرهم لا يشكرون وإن ربك ليعلم ما تكن صدورهم وما يعلنون وما من غائبة في السماء والأرض إلا في كتاب مبين إن هذا القرآن يقص على بني إسرائيل أكثر الذي هم فيه يختلفون وإنه لهدى ورحمة للمؤمنين إن ربك يقضي بينهم بحكمه وهو العزيز العليم فتوكل على الله إنك على الحق المبين إنك لا تسمع الموتى ولا تسمع الصم الدعاء إذا ولوا مدبرين وما أنت بهاد العمي عن ضلالتهم إن تسمع إلا من يؤمن بآياتنا فهم مسلمون وإذا وقع القول عليهم أخرجنا لهم دابة من الأرض تكلمهم أن الناس كانوا بآياتنا لا يوقنون ويوم نحشر من كل أمة فوجا ممن يكذب بآياتنا فهم يوزعون حتى إذا جاءوا قال أكذبتم بآياتي ولم تحيطوا بها علما أم ماذا كنتم تعملون ووقع القول عليهم بما ظلموا فهم لا ينطقون ألم يروا أنا جعلنا الليل ليسكنوا فيه والنهار مبصرا إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يؤمنون ويوم ينفخ في الصور ففزع من في السماوات ومن في الأرض إلا من شاء الله وكل أتوه داخرين وترى الجبال تحسبها جامدة وهي تمر مر السحاب صنع الله الذي أتقن كل شيء إنه خبير بما تفعلون من جاء بالحسنة فله خير منها وهم من فزع يومئذ آمنون ومن جاء بالسيئة فكبت وجوههم في النار هل تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إنما أمرت أن أعبد رب هذه البلدة الذي حرمها وله كل شيء وأمرت أن أكون من المسلمين وأن أتلو القرآن فمن اهتدى فإنما يهتدي لنفسه ومن ضل فقل إنما أنا من المنذرين وقل الحمد لله سيريكم آياته فتعرفونها وما ربك بغافل عما تعملون بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم طاسيم تلك آيات الكتاب المبين نتلو عليك من نبأ موسى وفرعون بالحق لقوم يؤمنون إن فرعون علا في الأرض وجعل أهلها شيعا يستضعف طائفة منهم يذبح أبناءهم ويستحيي نساءهم إنه كان من المفسدين ونريد أن نمن على الذين استضعفوا في الأرض ونجعلهم أئمة ونجعلهم الوارثين ونمكن لهم في الأرض ونري فرعون وهامان وجنودهما منهم ما كانوا يحذرون وأوحينا إلى أم موسى أن أرضعيه فإذا خفت عليه فألقيه في اليم ولا تخافي ولا تحزني إنا رادوه إليك وجاعلوه من المرسلين فالتقطه آل فرعون ليكون لهم عدوا وحزنا إن فرعون وهامان وجنودهما كانوا خاطئين وقالت امرأة فرعون قرة عين لي ولك لا تقتلوه عسى أن ينفعنا أو نتخذه ولدا وهم لا يشعرون وأصبح فؤاد أم موسى فارغا إن كادت لتبدي به لولا أن ربطنا على قلبها لتكون من المؤمنين وقالت لأخته قصيه فبصرت به عن جنب وهم لا يشعرون وحرمنا عليه المراضع من قبل فقالت هل أدلكم على أهل بيت يكفلونه لكم وهم له ناصحون فرددناه إلى أمه كي تقر عينها ولا تحزن ولتعلم أن وعد الله حق ولكن أكثرهم لا يعلمون ولما بلغ أشده واستوى آتيناه حكما وعلما وكذلك نجزي المحسنين ودخل المدينة على حين غفلة من أهلها فوجد فيها رجلين يقتتلان هذا من شيعته وهذا من عدوه فاستغاثه الذي من شيعته على الذي من عدوه فوكزه موسى فقضى عليه قال هذا من عمل الشيطان إنه عدو مضل مبين قال رب إني ظلمت نفسي فاغفر لي فغفر له إنه هو الغفور الرحيم قال رب بما أنعمت علي فلن أكون ظهيرا للمجرمين فأصبح في المدينة خائفا يترقب فإذا الذي استنصره بالأمس يستصرخه قال له موسى إنك لغوي مبين فلما أن أراد أن يبطش بالذي هو عدو لهما قال يا موسى أتريد أن تقتلني قال يا موسى أتريد أن تقتلني كما قتلت نفسا بالأمس إن تريد إلا أن تكون جبارا في الأرض وما تريد أن تكون من المصلحين وجاء رجل من أقصى المدينة يسعى قال يا موسى إن الملأ يأتمرون بك ليقتلوك فاخرج إني لك من الناصحين فخرج منها خائفا يترقب قال رب نجني من القوم الظالمين
صدق
صدق
الله.
الله العظيم.
Allah
الله
Akbar.
أكبر.
What a
What
voice.
a voice.
I wish
I
I could
wish I
ask
could
you some
ask you
questions,
some question,
but
but
echo
April
doesn't help.
doesn't
I don't know what
I
to
don't
do
know what
with
to do
it.
with it.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Next century.
Next century.
Take care of
Take care
yourself.
of yourself.
Allah bless
God
you.
bless you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask him so many questions. I want to get to know him. I want to see who he is. I want to get to know what he eats for iftar. I never got the chance. Look, Aziz, instead of laughing here, calling him Echo Sheikh, why don't you just go to his house and sort it out? Wear your mask, put your gloves on, put your overall on, and sort it out, mate. Come on. This Imam needs your technical help. Hassan, such a cheeky comment doesn't help me. Brother Ajmal, how comes you've let your hair down today? Hair out today. Do you think it makes you look younger? I'm not sure about that. Anyway, Bobby Khan is spending his good quality time with his family. I've got my daughter waiting, Noora. Noora, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you doing?
I'm very tired.
I know you're very tired and have been waiting for a long time. Don't fall asleep. Go for it. Go and do us some translation, please. Bismillah.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Say to them, praise be to Allah and peace be upon his servants whom he has chosen. So who's better, Allah or the partners they make with him? Which of them created the heavens and the earth and sends down water from the sky? In fact, we use it to produce the lovely orchards you delight in. It's not in your power to make the trees within them grow without Allah's help. So can there be another God with Allah? No way. Those who think otherwise are people with no sense of justice. Who made the earth a stable place on which to live with rivers flowing in its midst, and who placed firm highlands upon it? Who settled a boundary between the two bodies of water, salty and fresh, so they don't mix? Can there be another God with Allah? No way, yet most of them don't know. Who answers the call of a distressed person when he calls upon him? Who relieves his suffering and makes you inherit the earth? Can there be another God with Allah? Oh, how few reminders you accept. Who guides you through the darkness of both land and sea, and who sends the winds as bearers of good news ahead of his mercy? Can there be another God with Allah? Allah is high above what they associate with him. Who initiated the creation of all things and then renews it? And who gives you resources from both the sky and the earth? Can there be another God with Allah? So say to them, bring out your evidence if you're really so honest. Then tell them, none in the heavens nor on the earth besides Allah knows the unseen, nor can they be aware of when they're going to be resurrected. No way. They can neither understand nor comprehend the magnitude of the next life. No way. They're confused about it, and they can never be anything but blind to it. The faithless ask, after we've crumbled to dust, are we really going to be raised from the dead, both ourselves and our ancestors? Well, both ourselves and our ancestors were already promised this in the past, but it's still no more than ancient fables. Say to them, go abroad in the world and see how the wicked civilizations of the past came to an end. Then feel no sadness for them, Muhammad, nor worry yourself over their plots. They ask, so when will this promise come to pass, if you're really so honest? Tell them, it might just be that some of what you want to hurry on could be close behind you. Your Lord is favorable towards people, but most of them are thankless. Your Lord knows what's hidden in people's hearts, even as he knows what they reveal. There's nothing hidden in the heavens or the earth without it being recorded in a clear record.
Wow. Thank you, Nora. Such a beautiful translation and well read. Well read. We are very impressed. So many people have left messages. MashaAllah, Subhanallah, bless you, Nora. Aziz said, Aisha Bibi said, well done, Nora. Very beautifully translated and read. Well done to you, young lady. I'm going to let you go. I know you're falling asleep. Go and sleep, inshallah. We'll see you later on. I'll wake you up for suhoor later on. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. Sorry.
Thank you, Baba. Assalamu alaikum. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my lovely daughter. I had to say goodbye to her because she needs to sleep. Otherwise, she's not going to wake up for suhoor. It's, of course, a struggle for kids to learn the discipline of fasting. But we all learn it takes a bit of time. Let me get to my summary of this particular surah, ladies and gentlemen. As we know, this is juz number 20. And as, subhanAllah, we get closer and closer to the last few juz of the Quran, many more than one surah is come together in one juz. And therefore, the summary becomes even more intense. So here is the summary. This juz begins with the conclusion to Surah Naml, the surah of the ant, of course. In these final verses, we are asked to consider the signs of Allah in His creation and acknowledge that some claim Godship in the weak, unlike Allah, who is omnipotent, and know all. The chapter ends with powerful themes of afterlife, death before life, the blessings of the blessings, the trumpet, and the day of judgment. In the end, the Prophet is commanded to serve Allah and preach the Quran. In the following chapter, Al-Qasas, the stories, we are told about Musa, his birth, upbringing, exile, call of his struggle with Pharaoh, and subsequent exodus, his ultimate triumph and destruction of the disbelievers. The main theme of this chapter is that of struggle, Allah's power to provide and care for, and how Allah brings an end to evil. And of course, end to those who are arrogant and those who spread corruption. The final chapter in this juz, Al-Ankabut, which is to do with the spider, a chapter that takes its name from the parable in its verse number 41, in which the weakness of the polytheism is likened to the frailty of spiderweb. What do we learn from this juz, my dear brothers and sisters? That people can get so corrupt, they detest the very presence of those who would purify themselves. The doubts of pagans are repudiated, and the last day depicted very clearly. Allah consoles the poor and the weak believers, stating that a future is for them. The story of Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, and how he could find none to support him besides Allah, but what a wonderful supporter Allah is. The story of Qarun and his being deceived by his wealth, and we talked about Qarun before. Just as Musa was driven from his land only to return, so too would Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The trial that once calling to Allah will face wealth, health, and his worldly life in general. The stories of previous nations show us that we should never feel confident about the safety in numbers, but be conscious that Allah is the only who is able to offer us whatever we deserve. Okay, here is today's question. Lots of people are saying, well done, Nora. Thank you very much. Nora, I'm sure you take after your mom. Yes, Aziz, thank you very much. I know she does, except she looks like me, unfortunately. She's a paler version of me. With my hair that long, I think my hairstyle is becoming like hers, or hers is like mine. But sadly, she looks like me. Sorry, Aziz, you've got your facts wrong. Bibi Aisha Peerbox, well done. She says, well done, Noura. Unaisa says, Salaam alaikum, alaikum salam. Aziz Ahmad says, your hubby having a break tonight. Who are you talking to? Hassan says, just some humor, brother. I have really enjoyed your program this Ramadan. May Allah bless you and your family. Brother Ajmal, keep the good work up. And my hair up, of course. Look, my hair has gone up again. I forgot to put my hair back, and it's gone just out of control. This pandemic has done nothing for me except given me a huge amount of time on my hand. And you know what, brothers and sisters, I'm grateful to Allah for this. Okay, here is the what is it? Here is the riddle. Sorry, see, I forgot. I've even forgotten how to call it. It's riddle. So the riddle of tonight is this. Are you listening? Are you all listening carefully? You better do. The riddle for tonight is my I don't want to make it easy. Okay, let me make it very tough for you. Aziz Ahmed says, MashaAllah, I wish I had your hair, bro. Ajmal, brother Aziz, you've got answers to everything. You're not helping me, are you? I'm about to tell you the riddle. Okay, in the Quran, Allah talks about me. I am a tool to knowledge. I am with which you store memories. I am with which you pass on information. I am even a name of a chapter in the Quran. Who am I? I am mentioned in the Quran. I am a tool to knowledge. I am with which you record knowledge, store information, and you pass on your knowledge, your information, your story from generation to generation. I am even a chapter in the Quran. Who am I and what is my name? Who am I and what is my name? That's the riddle. So let's see who can answer it. Second question, that's the riddle, right? The question for you all is, you all ready? What are the obligations of tayammum? What do you have to do to make tayammum? What are the obligations of tayammum? Mabur Rahman says, if I cannot pray Eid prayer, then what shall I do? Is there any other prayer I can do at home? Well, brother, we'll make an announcement very soon. Relax. Yes, chillax. Watch our program. And inshallah, we will tell you all about it towards the end of our program. Brothers and sisters, I'm asking you to really consider this. Today, I'm going to ask you, what is tayammum? Very good question, Alfonso. Who would like to answer Alfonso first? What is tayammum and what are the obligations of tayammum? What is tayammum and what is the obligations of tayammum? I received a very beautiful pen as a gift from one of my nephews. It's a fountain pen. And you know what? I love my fountain pen. Can you see it? It's a beautiful fountain pen. It's made of bamboo and recycled, not plastic, bamboo. Really beautiful. I love my fountain pen. Right. I'm going to move on, right? For those of you who are clever, you got the hint. Next thing I'm going to ask you is, there is a dua that a companion made. There is a dua that a companion made. Because of his dua, all the angels who write the records, they got stuck. What dua was it? Aziz, you're slow, bro. I can't give it to you for today. I'm sorry. Alfonso says, thank you, guys. Tayammum is dry wudu. Simple. Tayammum is dry wudu. The condition for tayammum is when you have no water available, clean water, safe water available for you to use for wudu, or if you touch the water, you will become more sick. Then you make dry wudu. What are the obligations of the dry wudu? So I've asked you 3 questions. What are the obligations of dry wudu? I've given you a riddle. And I've also said, what dua did this companion make that even got the angel stuck, not knowing what to do and how to write it? What dua was it? I talked about it. Right, ladies and gentlemen, you got stuck there. I think all of you are stuck. Now, Alfonso, I hope your questions got answered. To do wudu without water using stone. No, not stone. Using dust. Hassan, you're going to kill anybody. You don't use stone, you use dust. It's called dust. So earth is what we need to use to make wudu. Don't use wudu using stones. Dust. A stone with dust, yes, but not stone itself. Stone could have no dust on it. So you need to have dust to be able to make wudu. Dry wudu called tayammum. You keep on answering then, ladies and gentlemen. I am mentioned in the Quran. I'm a tool of knowledge. You use me to record and store information. You pass your stories or your information, your knowledge to others using me. I'm even a name in in one of the chapters of the Quran. Who am I? That's my rule number one. Question number two, what are the obligations of tayammum, dry wudu? Question number three, what dua did this companion make that even got the angel stuck? Right, guys, what did you all have today? I want to know. Who ate good iftar today? And Aisha Bibi, where is my pie? Aisha Bibi, where is my pie? Your husband has been promising that you would be making pie, and I have not seen my pie yet. In fact, I haven't even had a single promise of a pie. It could be a promise. That's all it needs to be. Guess what? The boss lady is waiting with a stick. She's going to be saying to me, why have I been waiting for so long? Why didn't you get me in when I arrived? Well, boss lady, your time is going to come very soon. You just have to wait, inshallah. And I just have to ask you all, inshallah, to wait for our dear sister, Rabi, the chairwoman of our masjid, daughter of Brother Ali. But her contribution to this masjid, even when Brother Ali was around, was phenomenal. Brother Ali was working left, right, and center, but Sister Rabi kept the masjid on the straight and narrow, from what I know. Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless her. She's going to be addressing us all. Imam Ishaq makes lovely cheesecake. Brother, don't bother about the pie. I don't want cheesecake, sister. I'm on a diet. I'm not taking any sugar. So, Saliha Mangera, that's not going to work. I am looking for my pie from Ishaq's family. Cheesecake, don't worry about it. I am on a sugar-free diet. Aisha Bibi says, I will exchange a pie for the chocolate I was promised, inshallah. Who promised you chocolate, my dear sister Aisha? Your husband may have promised you chocolate. Okay, Imam Ishaq, go out now and buy your wife a box of chocolate right now. Wherever you live, get in your car, go into a petrol station and buy her a box of chocolate. Give it to her and say, this is on my behalf and on behalf of Brother Ajmal. You don't have to mention my name. Give her a bunch of roses as well, on your behalf, of course. But I want my pie. Mariam Mangera says, I think Aisha Bibi thought was the pie in the sky war. It was a joke, pie in the sky. Oh yes, of course, it was a joke. No, it's not. I'm seriously wanting my pie. I really love pies. Basima Hussein is really not helping anybody, especially me. She said lamb steak, mashed potatoes, peas, and butternut squash. Basima, you're not doing yourself any favor, are you? You live in a farm in Wales and you're talking about lamb steak. How is that even fair? May Allah give you lots and lots of lamb so that we can come and take care of you, inshallah. We should all say Ameen. Say Ameen, everybody. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to invite my dear sister. Shall I invite her? What do you think? Go on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me hear some thunderous roars from you saying, invite her. Go on, let her in. Shall I let her in? She's waiting in the waiting room. You can't see me. I can see her. You can't see her. Is there anyone who would like to see Sister Rabi come on the screen and address all of us? Salih says Ameen to the pie, not to anything else. Aziz says Ameen. Thank you, Aziz. What about letting Sister Rabi in? In the room, I mean. She is waiting. And I'm just teasing because I know I'm a very naughty boy. It's brought from Abraham Organic. What? You have sheep in your backyard. Super, inshallah. Deal done, Aisha Bibi says. Okay, your husband is going to go out and get you a... Aziz Ahmed says, Sister Rabi, nah, keep her outside and keep her waiting. That's what Aziz said. It's not my word. Aziz said that. If you can hear me, Aziz said I should keep you out. Alfonso says, let her in. Come on. Jasmine says, let her in. People say we should let you in. Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Rabi. Are you around? I've let you in the room. Oops. Sister Rabi, press the button to say you are in the room. Okay, she's gone out. I told you. She's going to come back, inshallah, brothers and sisters. I don't want. We have goats. Oh, we have goats. Well, what's the difference? I still have a goat, please. Can I have a goat? Letter in, Mariam Mangera, thank you very much. So those of you who want to know what the secret of my youthfulness is this drink. Don't ask me what it contains. Whatever it contains, it tastes horrible. Oh, Sister Robbie, are you ready? She is ready. The boss is ready. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam. I just had phone trouble.
Do you know what they said to me?
What?
They said, keep her out. Let her waiting. Do you know
Was
who said
that
that?
Aziz? Was it Aziz?
Yes, you got that. Aziz said that straight away. He said, keep her waiting outside.
I just had to call my son because my phone stopped working.
Oh no, we don't want
Yeah.
that. How are you, my dear sister?
Mm?
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just overwhelmed by this program you're doing and the participants, the young ones. It's just absolutely amazing. It's something that I couldn't have imagined when you mentioned it to me, that it would be something like this. And you know what the important thing is that so many people are actually benefiting from this, and so many are so excited to join you.
Alhamdulillah. You know, Saleh Mangera says, tell Sister Rabi to put the light on. The light is on, Saleha.
Oh,
Saleh
do I
is
put
very
it
cheeky.
on?
Yeah, it's very, no, it's not dark at all. It's nice.
Oh, okay.
It's perfect. Saleh has been cheeky.
Okay.
She says, Salam alaikum to you.
Wa alaikum salam.
Mariam Mangera says, Sister Basima, the lamb from Abraham's organic is lovely, mashallah. Guys, you're not doing any good to me. You're making me hungry. Sister Rabi, you are going to be the boss lady giving us a message, inshallah, for this masjid. So we're going to hear from you, and I've got some questions for you afterward.
Okay, but you're not to cut me off either.
Whatever you like.
Okay. So before I start my message, I really wanted to say to you a few things. For instance, like with gift aid, I know Brother Ajmal's always saying it to you, but when you go online to make a donation, there is a little section on there that says reference. If you put in the reference what your donation is, whether it's fitra, zakah, or mosque, then when we pick it up, we will know exactly what it is. And for those of you who are taxpayers, we can get 25% on top of your donation. So if you could let me have your name, address, and postcode is so essential. You can get my number on the website. And join us on this Laylatul Qadr night, which I think is going to be amazing because we have some wonderful speakers and reciters on that day. But you know, more importantly, is the Laylatul Qadr night is for us to help all those people by donating through this month, like we would do if we were at the masjid. And I wanted to, before I go into my speech, to promote this book. And this is the book by my brother Isaac. Isaac has done so many wonderful things for this program, and he was actually instrumental in getting the main speakers and the reciters for Laylatul Qadr night as well. There is a special offer on this book as well. It's you buy one and you get one half price. So it's not only the supermarkets where you get deals, okay? Now, this book is to help anyone who's memorizing the Quran, and he's very kindly donated some books to us for us to be able to give to anyone that we think should have one. So thank you so much for this, and I wanted to say to all of you, encourage you to buy one of these as well. I need you to get a pen and paper today, because Brother Ajmal's not the only one who can give riddles, okay? So if you could get a pen and paper ready, then I'm going to say some things to you. But today, I'm not actually saying thank you to any one of my team or the Jummah gang or any of them today. I will do that on the 29th night of Ramadan when we're finishing the Quran. So if I don't mention you today, don't think I've forgotten you. But I have to call out two people today, and that's Brother Shablu, who has dedicated this whole month to helping our community. And you know, he's taken us with him, and we've been happy to join him. So you saw Brother Shabli what he does a few nights ago when he showed you the back of what the mosque was doing with him. And the other person I wanted to say something to was Junaid. Junaid, I don't know if you know, he was really ill a little while ago, and I think I spoke to him or was texting him till 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning when he was going through a really difficult time. And during that time, he said to me, Auntie, I've always been with you, but if Allah allows me to get better, I'm going to be with you even more. And that's a commitment I've made. And it's really funny because yesterday he went and he banked some money for the masjid. He's been taking the boxes to the hospital and to the police. And so I wanted to say a really special thank you to you. He's just like one of my sons. So thank you. That's just all of those things out of the way. And now I'm going to say my speech. So to all of you, my brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum. You're all my family, and I'm so grateful for this family. We're so thankful for the month of Ramadan, that we've all been allowed, even though we're in our homes, to witness this month. And we ask Allah to be able to help us to see the end of this month, this majestic month that we're all sharing. It goes without saying that we've lost a lot of elders and families in this month as well, or since this coronavirus started. So we pray for them and we remember them, and we ask Allah to give them the best in Jannatul Firdaus. But you know what we need as well is we need sabr. We need patience to be able to accept what's happening. And where there is a loss, we need to comfort each other. And truly, the only way that we can do this is we beg Allah to give us iman, strengthen our iman so that I know that we can then cope with any obstacle that's in front of us. So each night during these last 10 nights, we're going to be mentioning the names of the loved ones who've actually gone. I have this page of names at the moment, and I did send out a little message to say, can you give me the names of your loved ones? Each night our imams at the end of the program will mention some of those names. Now, if for some reason I don't have your name or it's been forgotten, it hasn't been forgotten, because we will do a general dua for everybody, including all of us. So my brothers and sisters, I hope you've got the pen and paper. As Brother Ajmal always gives you a riddle, I'm going to give you some questions that I'd like you to answer. And the person who does get it right, first of all, will get a present. It just means you'll have to wait a couple of months for that present to come to you. So how long ago was LICS formed? What year was that? And how long ago is it? So how long ago was LICS formed? What year and how long ago? Where was the charity formed? The next one is, when did we buy the current site on Wightman Road? In what year and how long ago was that? How many years? And the last one is, when did we erect the first purpose-built mosque in Wightman Road in Haringey? What year was that and how long ago? So Brother Ajmal, you've got to let me know, because I can't see everyone texting, who's answered those questions.
Can you give me the questions again? What year was LIC formed?
How long ago was LICS formed?
Mm-hmm.
Where was the charity born or formed? When did we buy our current site on Wightman Road?
Yes.
When did we erect our first purpose-built mosque in Haringey? What year and how long ago was that? Okay, I'm sure our eager audience will be texting.
I've written them all down myself.
Yes.
So obviously, as long as they give me the date, they're okay. They don't, it's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what Aziz said? Do you know what Aziz said?
No.
Many years ago. Answer to all his questions.
He was a baby, probably.
He wasn't even born.
Anyway, so now I'm going to give you a riddle like you do.
Go on then.
Okay. I want to share with you a remarkable story of a man guided by dedication and commitment to help his community, an assertive yet gentle, comical person who was blessed with the skill to integrate and unite people from different backgrounds, different faiths, different religions and ethnicity. He had a dream, a desire and a vision. When many were tired or not interested, and when many obstacles were thrown in his way, he continued regardless. His desire and dedication to the community took precedence over everything. He dedicated his life to fighting inequality and demonstrated for the rights of the elderly. Lastly, Almighty Allah blessed this man with his wish, his dream, his vision. Alhamdulillah. Who am I? Again, tell me who gets it first, okay? I don't think that's a hard one, but that was my way of telling you the story.
The first person got it on the list was
Aziz.
Alfonso.
Alfonso, wow.
He said,
Yes.
Brother Ali.
Yes, correct.
Alfonso is the first one, and everybody else is next. Aziz is the last.
Oh, well, Alfonso, I owe you a present. So when we meet, inshallah, there is a present for you. So LICS have been blessed to have a strong, supportive team. That is evident in the years, over 40 years, that Brother Azim as Vice President, Brother Leonard as Treasurer, our Board of Trustees, our dear Imams, not as long as that, and our LICS members, Sister Rahima and her team of sisters in the kitchen, Sister Fazi, Shirley, Elaine in the shop, Kilo, Chand and Tahira, and all our local brothers and sisters, without whom all of this would not have been accomplished. Everyone played a role. I cannot name all of you, but what I can say is that all of you, comprising of so many cultures, backgrounds, and religions, have made this society a unique, dynamic, and progressive one. Some may come, some may go. Some may leave, but many stayed to support, committed, and loyal. But this was by Allah's permission. Some are recognized and some are not. Do we wait for recognition? No. We do this for the love of our Almighty Allah, and we ask for his continuous blessings. I must acknowledge brothers Omar, Sharif, and Ghani for keeping the masjid alive and protecting it during this lockdown. In fact, Brother Omar has now become my deputy. Brother Brahim was held up in Algeria, but alhamdulillah, he's back with us and safe.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. He's come back. Ibrahim has come back. Did he bring lots of couscous for you?
I'm happy. But I must say to Brother Brahim, thank you for your dedication and loyalty to the masjid and my dad. But I personally thank you always for being there and for being my guide. You guide me in so many ways. You're always telling me verses to memorize. You're always directing me what's the right things. And most of all, you make sure that I don't contravene any of the Islamic guidance or rules. So for that, may Allah bless and reward you. And I thank you so, so much. LICS continues to grow and to build on our work in the community with the police, the NHS, the council, age concern, hospitals, mosques, and faith groups. And we're continually expanding our outreach work. Right now, our masjid would be buzzing as we would all be there at this moment. Imagine, just imagine all our helpers, our security, our brothers making tea and selling cakes, our brothers from the food hall who've donated dates and groceries for me to sell, and us breaking fast and doing Taraweeh. I can even see the children being naughty and being sent to the office. We would be waiting right now for our brothers from the late night Taraweeh to join us. They come every night at 12:30. I have to thank all those brothers from the late night Taraweeh and Brother Liaquat for joining with us all these years to do the late night Taraweeh, and most of all to help us on Laylatul Qadr night. I think and I believe that we probably gave them a headache because they always had to fight with us in the kitchen and we would be telling them what to do. So, but my brothers, you cooked and you donated that food for people to start their fast. And it was an amazing experience being at the masjid all night for Laylatul Qadr. My brothers and sisters, we have not reached where we have today by relying on someone else to help us. We have all worked together to secure our community, to help ourselves and to safeguard this masjid for our children and grandchildren. We do not have any large donators or any large businesses that could help us. It's us. You paid for a light, you paid for a door, you paid for bricks. That's how this masjid came about. Every year since our masjid was established, my father asked for your help, your donation. Some gave without being asked. As you heard the other night when Brother Aziz said his dad would always come, Brother Nisar would come, give my dad an envelope because he was going away. And that would be his contribution for the time that he was away. Brother Nisar had commitment in his heart. And I know that my dad loved him and Bobby's dad and all the other uncles like Uncle Hanan as well. My brothers and sisters, why do we beg? We continually beg and we continually appeal to all of you. It's not for me. It's not for our trustees. It's not for our helpers or our congregation. It's simply for our brothers, sisters, and desperate children who look forward to us, their family in the UK, to be able to help them. Even if it is just once a year, we collect and we send for them. People tend to make a special effort during the month of Ramadan, but these children are always struggling and suffering, and they need our help. My heart breaks to see the suffering, but equally I have to share something with you. I detest those who falsely claim to collect funds on behalf of the poor and needy, and those funds don't go there. I witnessed some behavior from Muslims during this lockdown where extortionate prices were charged to families who were struggling because they had lost relatives. And people were charging extortionate prices to them. And I've actually given my commitment personally to help those families, to fight those cases, to expose those who have done that during these sad times that we have faced. Be careful, my brothers and sisters, where you donate your money, but more so be careful when you're sending texts around. Sometimes people don't even know who it is that's collecting, and they send these messages around without knowing. Always verify, always verify. So I'm here to ask Almighty Allah to enable you to help us, to help our masjid, and to help our ummah abroad. We all have a responsibility and yes, a burden. Whatever amount you can donate, please donate. A penny is as valuable as a pound. We ask Allah to make this month an easy one and to keep us safe. We need all of you to come back to our beloved masjid because we have so much work to do when we go back. We remember Brother Ali and all the uncles and aunties and realize that what they have achieved, that we're now benefiting from. We thank you, Allah. I thank you, Allah, for my family, my children and my grandchildren, because they put up with me, like Brother Ajmal does as well, to do this work for the Almighty. And sometimes we're not available for them. So to Sister Henrietta, thank you so much for Brother Ajmal. To the children, thank you so much for him being able to be with us and do this show, this program. And I ask him to bless us, bless our participants, and bless most of all our amazing audience, because you're so lively, you're so inspiring, and it makes you feel good to be able to sit with you for this hour. Before I finished, and I'm sure Brother Ajmal's wondering when I'm going to shut up, but before I finished, I want to say a special message to my Auntie Grace. I'm thinking of you. We all love you. And inshallah, everything will go well for you. And one other little one, Jacob, I'm thinking of you for the weekend, and I'm calling out to you in this message. So I end my message by saying, oh Allah, we ask for you to bless us, to protect us, to keep us in good health. And we beg that you keep us united to be able to face so many things and to make us strong. Jazakallah.
Beautiful message, Sister Rabi. I wouldn't interrupt your message at all. I was attentively listening, and I was reading some of the funny messages on the side. You know, if I want to start reading some of them, you'll find them funny too. Aziz said, Miriam Mangera says, Aziz should be given a new name, Double Trouble.
He is AA. He's AA, isn't he?
Abdulaziz.
Yes.
AA.
So to get the question, so how long ago was LICS formed?
I don't know here. Aziz said 1982 and 1986. Then he says 1992, and then he says everything else. So I don't know the accept him. Alfonso.
Okay, so the answer was 1983, 37 years ago.
LICS was formed. 1 second.
And where?
Hold on. There is somebody who's got it right. So LICS form was 1983. That is correct. Mariam Mangera said that. When was the land purchased? 1987?
No. What land? You mean when we built the current mosque?
The land, that land.
Yeah, because there was a piece of land, but that was 91. That was something else. And I then said about where was it formed?
No, she didn't say that. She said building work commenced in 1998. Mosque opened in 2002. Extra building. I think she must have copied and pasted from Google.
No, maybe she's got the calendar. So it was 1983. It was formed in my father's house. We bought the current site in 1988, and we built the first purpose-built mosque. We finished building it in 2002.
I think they've all got that wrong. Bobby Khan wants to know, what are you drinking in terms of your drink? Because you look so young and energetic, and he wants to know, how do you do it?
Who said that?
Bobby Khan.
Oh. It's all of you. You keep me young.
Jasmine Ahmed said, who is Alfonso? And
I don't think I've met Alfonso.
Aziz said, I won't be surprised if Alfonso is made up by Brother Ajmal, so he can not give me my point. Or take my point, rather. Oh man, these guys are very funny. Mosque was finished in 1998. You guys are answering the question wrong. So nobody.
It was finished in 2002.
Yeah, nobody's got it right.
The work started in 1998, and it finished in 2002, and we had a big opening. I was just trying to show you the years that we've been going with this.
So let's go through it again. LICS was formed in
1983.
In your dad's front room?
Yes.
Dad's house. When was the current site purchased?
1988.
When did you erect the first purpose-built mosque?
It started in 1998. We finished in 2002.
Okay, well, nobody gets the answer right. Okay, Sister Rabi.
And then we built, yeah.
Sister Rabi, I've got the answers for you. I've got the answers
What
for
did
you.
you say?
I said, I've got the answers for you.
Okay. You have. So
Yeah.
you're going to get a prize.
Yes.
Okay. You remember you can't do the dua until 11:35. Okay.
That's fine. No problem. Allah bless you, Sister Rabi. Allah give you long
Thank
life.
you so much.
Allah give you youthfulness, strength, iman, taqwa, tawakkul, and everything, inshallah.
I mean, and thank you so much, brother.
Where is my mask?
Thank you so much. You have to come and collect it.
Ah, this is my mask. Look, I'm wearing this.
I have a better one for you.
Okay.
Allah bless you, Brother Ajmal. Thank you so
Ameen.
much. We can't thank you.
No
We
problem.
can't thank you enough. So
Don't worry.
on behalf of everyone, thank you so much.
Jazakallah khair. We'll let you go. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. That was Sister Rabi. Oh, it was so beautiful to see her speak to all of us, mashallah, brothers and sisters. All answers from Rabi is in LICS website history. So you guys got that wrong. Aziz, forget, bro. You still got it wrong. You still get it wrong. I don't know what to say. Alfonso, I think you are real. And Aziz is double trouble, as they say. Maria Mangera says, Brother Ajmal cheated. He wrote Sister Rabi's answers and he answered them. Well, there was nothing that says I couldn't. Did Sister Rabi say I couldn't take her answer and answer them back? So I didn't break any rules, did I? There were no rules. Come on, guys, calm down. It's only I think I've got a box of chocolate waiting for me. I will, inshallah, brothers and sisters, leave you in peace in a minute. Let me try and answer some questions while you guys are all getting very upset that I got the answers right. I can't stop laughing at this. Okay, religion is man-made to control and breathe fear into people. Who said that? Mariam Mangara says, nothing said. I could use the calendar. Yes, you could, of course. You could, of course you can. Religion is made of man-made and it is used to control people and breathe fear into people. No, that's not true. Religion is, if you understand the word religion, perhaps in English it's difficult, but the Arabic word is deen. Deen is encompassing everything. Deen is a criteria. Deen means life. Deen means way of life. Deen means day of judgment. Deen means character. Deen means a whole host of things. But overall, the Arabic word deen means a comprehensive code of life given by the Creator. Allah, who made us, He gave us this way of life that we all follow. So as far as I'm concerned, it's like me, right? I bought a microphone recently. It came with a manual. I buy a computer, a laptop, comes with a manual. I buy a flat pack furniture from any of the furniture stores. It comes with a manual. Everything comes with a manual. Allah created you and He has sent a manual. That manual is called religion. Not religions, religion. And in Allah's eye, there is only one religion. It hasn't been created to control people. Religion, Islam, is to inspire people to lead a good life, a decent life, a corruption-free life, a moral life, an upright life, a kind, compassionate life, a sharing, caring life, a life based on justice and fairness, excellence and charity. It's called religion. Because of those values, the world is still sane. If there were no religions now, the world would go completely out of order. Believe you me, religion, you've got a lot to be indebted to for. So that's the answer to the first question. What is the Islamic perspective on LGBT? Brothers and sisters, LGBT is lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transsexual, the terminology that we understand that is being branded around in our community. According to Islam, and please hear me out very carefully and very clearly, whether you are young or old, it doesn't matter. Don't be shy about this. In Islam, it is haram to have sex outside marriage. Sex is only permitted in a marital relationship. And marriage is only allowed between a man and a woman. That's what Islam says. Islam says everything else for a sexual relationship is haram. Inside marriage, between man and a woman, in a safe, consensual, committed space, man and woman could have sex. For fun, for love, for joy, and the byproduct would be that they will have children. But not unless you are married, and not between each other unless you are man and a woman in a marital space. Now, what should I say about gay and lesbian and transsexual and all the other labels that you have suggested to me, or all the other sexualities people talk about? What should I say about it? In Islam, there's only one place where I can have sex, and that is in a marital space. And marriage is only recognized between man and woman. Everything else is a sin. Am I allowed to discriminate people because of anything that they choose? No, I'm not allowed to discriminate them. I'm not allowed to look down upon them. I'm not allowed to banish them. I'm not allowed to do anything to them. That's their choice. We live in a country where equality and freedom is respected. I have the right, as a Muslim, as a believer, a person of faith, to hold that view that I can only have sex in a marital relationship, and I can teach my children that value. Is called moral value based on Islam from the Quran and the Sunnah. Everything else, I don't have to teach them, but I have to teach them respect for humanity. I have to teach them respect and acceptance of people around who are different and diverse. But I do not have to agree to the values and moral principles other people have. I have the right to disagree with them. So in terms of the perspective, everyone can make a choice of their own. That's their life, and I have to respect that. But I, as a Muslim, my faith clearly says, these are my principles, and I abide by them. Whether you like them or not, I'm really sorry. It's my principle. If you don't like them, this religion is not for you. If you like them, then this religion is for you. I am fully convinced of my faith, and that's why I'm committed to it. There is no compulsion in religion. Nobody needs to force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. So I don't want to force anyone to believe in anything they don't want to. I believe my religion freely, willingly, and through understanding based on knowledge and conviction. Are you clear? That's the second question. What do families do if their child is gay? Well, what do they do is between them and their child. I cannot tell you what to do. You teach your children the moral parameters of Islam. You try and encourage your children to abide by the principles of Islam. You teach them the values of Islam. You help them to make a relationship with the Quran, with the Prophet of Allah, with Allah Himself. Accept and submit to Allah's way. If they don't want to, la ikraha fid din, there is no compulsion in religion. You cannot force anybody to become anything. It is something that Allah Azza wa Jalla has made. Now, Razia Haroon says, sadly, sexual orientation is not a choice. That is scientifically an incorrect statement, my sister. It's an incorrect statement. You are either male or a female by birth. Remember, your genes are formed either as male or female at birth or before birth. Later on, it's your societal conditioning that enables you to choose a particular life, a particular style. Quran says you are a male or a female. There is no in between in the Quran. So if I accept Quran and the hadith of Rasulullah as the absolute authority for my life, I have to respect people who have a different lifestyle. No problem. But accept my right as a Muslim to believe that this is my life. This is my value. Don't force yours on me. Quran doesn't accept that narrative. The Quran says, Islam says, it's a choice. If you don't believe it, it's okay. I'm not saying you don't need to believe that. But as a Muslim, I abide by the principles of Quran and the Sunnah. It's a difficult situation we are in. Do you know how many thousands of children who were told, who were told through various programs that they're in the wrong gender, and they had sex change, and then now they're campaigning to reverse their sex to the original state in which they were born? Do you know how many? I believe we have opened up a Pandora's box. Humanity cannot exist. And listen to me very carefully. Humanity cannot exist if we do not have moral absolutes. If we say murder is okay in some circumstances, no, it's not okay. Moral absolutes has to be agreed upon. In Islam, sexual ethics are absolute. You cannot have sex outside marriage. It's a sin. If you choose to have sex outside marriage, that's a choice you make, and you have to answer for that on the Day of Judgment to Allah. Don't force Islam to change around your behavior. If you don't want to abide by Islam, believe you me, you're free to stay or leave. It's Allah's religion. You can stay or you can leave. Allah says that in the Quran. وَهَدَيْنَاهُ السَّبِيلِ إِمَّا شَاكِرًا أَوْ إِمَّا كَفُورًا. You can accept Allah's way and be grateful, or you can leave if you don't want to. So brothers and sisters, be very careful. You have to be absolutely clear. Now, Alfonso, your question about cannot disown them. Well, how am I supposed to say anything about disowning? You cannot. How can you disown your son or your daughter? They're your son and your daughter. They have inherited your gene. The idea of disowning children is, I don't like this terminology. How can you disown somebody who's born from you? It makes no sense. We're talking about an ethics here, a moral value here. In Islam, moral value is absolute. It cannot be changed. I know it may sound inflexible, but morality is inflexible because by bending morality, you risk society. In Islam, family is sacrosanct and we must preserve them. If somebody wants to do something different to what Islam proposes, they're free to do so. Remember, they're free to do so. Nobody's going to compel them to do anything they don't want to. But if you are a Muslim, you have to accept what Allah says. Otherwise, you don't have to be a Muslim. You can't be halfway in Islam. Allah says, أَفَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِبَعْدِ الْكِتَابِ وَتَكْفُرُونَ بِبَعْدِ. Are you going to accept some part of the Quran and reject the other? So if all aspects of Islam doesn't suit you, no problem. Alhamdulillah. You have your way, I have mine. لَكُمْ دِينُكُمْ وَلِيَ دِينِ. Don't force Islam to suit your way. You have to conform to, if you want to embrace Islam, to the Islamic parameters. I know I've spoken a lot and a long as well. I've got a lot of questions to answer, but I don't have the time to answer them. We've already gone over time. And Imam Ishaq is waiting to do the dua, inshallah, to finish. Let's invite Imam Ishaq in the room. Assalamu alaikum, Imam Ishaq.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Before you do the dua, answer to the first question, which is Qalam. A surah has been revealed in Allah's name, in this name, Qalam. In the Quran, it is mentioned in Surah Al-Alaq, the use of pen. Answer to the second question is it was the tayammum. The obligations of tayammum are 3. Imam, what are the obligations of tayammum? Tell everybody.
Sorry?
Obligations of tayammum.
In terms of, you have to, with the soil, you have to obviously make sure that you put it on your hands, over your face, and over your shoulders, and over your head as well.
Of the
arm as well, yeah.
Only,
obviously,
only 3 obligations.
yeah.
Only 3 obligations.
And you don't have to do wudu like you do normal wudu with water of your masa and your eyes, etc.
In tayammum, my brothers and sisters, a companion came to Prophet ﷺ and he said, Ya Rasulullah, I needed to make ghusl and I didn't have access to it, or if I did, I would be ill, something to that effect. I can't remember exact wording. So I rolled on the ground. Prophet ﷺ smiled. He said, next time you don't need to roll on the ground. And he demonstrated to him how to do tayammum. So he said, put your hand on dust on your hand, wipe over your face, and wipe over your arms up to your elbows. Khalas, you don't need to do anything to your hair or your legs, nothing. Only 3. Dust with your hand, make intention, of course. Dust, face, and arm. Tayammum done. Now, question number 3, what dua did that companion make that got the angel stuck? This is the dua. لَكَ الْحَمْدُ يَا رَبْ كَمَا يَنْبَغِي لِجَلَالِ وَجْهِكَ وَعَظِيمِ سُلْطَانِكَ. Praise be to you, O Allah, the Lord of the universe, as much as your face and your majesty deserves. The angels don't know what Allah deserves, so they got stuck. So Allah said to the angel, just write down the dua, and I'll give the person the reward itself. Yeah, Imam, Bismillah. Let's make dua.
Bismillah. Before I make dua, just a message from Sister Rabi. Make dua for Al-Hajj Ghiyasuddin Ahmad Khan, Brother Nisar Ahmed, Uncle Hanan, Brother Muhammad Bobat, Brother Mahood Ali, and also make dua for Auntie Grace, who has an appointment soon. May Allah make it easier for her and grant her full shifa, inshallah. اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تباركت يا ذا الجلال والإكرام اللهم لك الحمد أنت قيوم السماوات والأرض ومن فيهن، ولك الحمد أنت نور السماوات والأرض ومن فيهن، ولك الحمد أنت نور السماوات والأرض ومن فيهن، وأنت الحق ووعدك حق، والنار حق، والجنة حق، والنبيون حق، ومحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم حق، والساعة آتية لا ريب فيها، لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. اللهم أحسن عاقبتنا في الأمور كلها، وأجرنا من خزي الدنيا وعذاب الآخرة. اللهم تقبل صيامنا، اللهم تقبل صيامنا، اللهم تقبل صيامنا من شهر رمضان. اللهم تقبل صلاتنا، وتقبل ركوعنا، وتقبل سجودنا، وتقبل قيامنا. اللهم تقبل تلاوتنا بالقرآن العظيم. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت، وعافنا فيمن عافيت، وتولنا فيمن توليت، وقنا واصرف عنا شر ما قضيت، فإنك تقضي ولا يقضى عليك، إنه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عاديت، تباركت ربنا وتعاليك، نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عني، اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عني، اللهم إنك عفو كريم تحب العفو فاعف عنا يا كريم. اللهم ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين، اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات. اللهم أصلح أحوال المسلمين في كل مكان يا رب العالمين. Oh Allah, you're the most beneficent, most merciful, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, grant us sustenance, protect us, preserve us, and keep us away from harm. Oh Allah, Ramadan, less than 10 days or 10 days or so away, the final 10 days. We know how important these last 10 days are. Enable us to maximize our worship. Enable us to maximize our dhikr. Enable us to maximize our time with the Quran. Enable us to maximize our time with salah. Enable us to maximize every minute that we get, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, enable us to do as much ibadah as we can, as we don't know if you're going to be alive next Ramadan, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, so many brothers and sisters were here last Ramadan, but this Ramadan they are no longer here. They have passed away before us. Oh Allah, grant them all the highest status of Jannah, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, protect us from this calamity, the pandemic of the COVID-19. Oh Allah, save us from a second wave and save us from any more calamities, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, enable us to go through these difficult times and enable us to get through these challenging times, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, those families that are struggling in this country and all over the world, wherever they may be, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, provide for them and help them and protect them, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, so many Muslims around the world that day to day, mashallah, on the front line for the NHS, for the police, for many community organizations in the front line, serving the community throughout this crisis. Oh Allah, reward them for their efforts, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, grant us ease and strength and patience to get through this difficult time, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, allow us to experience the true blessing of Ramadan and enable us to go through these last 10 days of Ramadan with as much conviction, as much yaqeen, and with as much love and muhabba as possible, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, enable us to live our lives after Ramadan the same way that we lived our lives in Ramadan, and allow us to be of the winners that after Ramadan we can become more closer to you and not distant from you, Ya Allah. Enable us to read the Quran after Ramadan too. Enable us to read Salah after Ramadan too. Enable us to be good, charitable, and good conduct Muslims even after Ramadan as well. Oh Allah, enable us to be true Muslims always, Ya Allah. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun, wa salamun al mursaleen, walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.
Just before you go, a request has come for us to make dua for Sister Marjabeen Qureshi of South London. Sadly, her cancer has returned. We'll make dua for her shifa, and we ask Allah to give her 4 brave children patience and strength. We should say Ameen.
I mean, yes, we know the family well, mashallah. May Allah grant them ease. And they did message earlier, so may Allah make it easier for her and the family. Please do keep Sister Majibin in your dua, Sister Noreen. They're going through a difficult time, so Jazakallah khair, Imam. We make dua for them, inshallah.
Allah bless you. Thank you, brother. Allah bless you as well. Don't forget, did you go to buy your wife a box of chocolate yet?
No, that's for Eid. That's for Eid. It's too early for that, yeah.
No. The deal is that you're going to buy her a box of chocolate, and in return, she's going to give me the chicken pie that she's promised.
Ah, is that the deal? Okay.
That's what she said. That was the deal online. Everyone saw it.
Inshallah. I was on another show beforehand, so I haven't spoke to her. But inshallah, I will get the chocolates over and make sure she fulfills her part of the deal. Inshallah.
Oh my Lord, I can't wait now. I'll have to start fasting from now if that's happening. Inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Take care. Assalamu Ladies and gentlemen, we've gone over our time, way beyond our time. Brothers and sisters, I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. So see you then. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.